Hello everyone, good morning. My report is all about the concept of self by William James Philosophy. So sinasabi dito sa isang statement that I am who I am or ako ay ako. So sa statement na ito, minsan naririnig natin o sinasabi natin iyon. But this statement begs the question, if you are who you are, then who are you that makes you who you are? O diba, ang lakas makatang twister. So ano yung tanong? O ano ang meron sa tanong? So kung ikaw ay ikaw, paano mo nasabi? O diba, if you are who you are, or kung ikaw ay ikaw, anong parte ng pagkatao mo, ng behavior mo, ng personalidad mo, ang bumubuo ng sarili mo that makes you who you are. Okay, now let's move on. What is psychology? Psychology is the science of mind and behavior. Psychology includes the study of conscious and unconscious phenomena as well as feelings and thoughts. So sinasabi dito na psychology is basically focused on understanding human behavior and the human mind. So ngayon, pag-aaralan natin kung paano nga ba mag-behave ang isang tao and a way of thinking ng isang tao. So it is the scientific study of the human mind and its function, especially those affective behavior in a given context, and it will help you understand human behavior and mental processes and allow you to better understand how we think, how we feel, and how we act. So dito sa psychology, hindi lang pag-aaralan natin ang behavior ng isang tao, kundi pag-aaralan natin dito kung paano kumikilos, nag-iisip at nakakaramdam ang isang tao. So basically, ang pag-aaralan natin dito ay ang internal factors of human behavior. So let's proceed. William James, he is the father of American psychology. William James is also a philosopher and psychologist. In 1842-1910 was one of the first to postulate a theory of the self in the Principles of Psychology. He also described two aspects of the self that he termed the I self and the me self. So ano nga ba ang sinasabi na I self and me self? So sabi nga ni William James that our self as having two aspects. So meron daw dalawang aspects ang bumubuo sa pagkatao natin. So first is the I self, which refers to the self that know who he or she is, thinking, acting, and feeling self. Reflects the soul of a person or what is now thought of as the mind and is called pure ego. So, si William James, sinasabi niya na si I self is our self. That those who you are, siya yung sarili natin na alam yung buong pagkatao natin. So, everything in the mind is the I self. So, lahat ng meron tayo that lies within us is the I self. The concern ng I self is the existence of or ng sarili natin. While the me self is the empirical self of our experiences. So, me self refers to describing of person's personal experiences and further divided into subcategories. We have the material self, social self, and the spiritual self. So si me self is basically focused on experiences of ourselves. So, ang concern niya is externally, while si I self, ang focus niya is more on internally. Okay, let's move on. The material self consists of what belongs to a person, such as the body, family, clothes, and or money. O diba? External factor pa rin siya. So next, we have the social self. Marks who you are in a specific social situation. So we tend to change our actions, thoughts, emotions, words, and mannerisms based on the social situation or the people with whom we are interacting. So kung sino yung ka-interact natin socially, nag-iiba yung way of attitude natin or nag-iiba yung behavior natin depending on the people na kausap natin or depending on the situation that we are in. So next, we have the spiritual self. It is who we are at our core, including our personality, values, and conscience. Our spiritual self is typically remains relatively stable throughout our lifetime. So gets naman yun, di ba? That our spiritual self is our core. So we as Christian nation, ang pinaka-core natin is our spiritual self. Regardless kung ano tayo, socially, materially, but always remember na ang pagkatao pa rin natin is based on our spiritual self. So sabi pa nga ni William James, a man's self is the sum total of all that he can call his, not only his body and his psychic powers, but his clothes and his house. So dito, sinasabi lang ni William James na yung psychic power natin refers to existence of the self, of our I self. And yung clothing and our house na sinasabi niya is refers to me self. So a man's self daw is a sum total of I and me self. So wala tayong matatawag na sarili o wala tayong matatawag na self if wala si I and me self natin. Always remember that William James, ang kanyang proposal or ang kanyang study is more on the I self and me self. And that's the end of my report. Thank you and God bless.